Alright, more fun with Shih Tzus. This is going to be lesson number 5. And in this lesson, what I'd like to try and do is hopefully teach you how to get beyond the open chords. It took me a long time. It took me a long time to get past playing those open chords. Because I just had an acoustic guitar. Now if you have an electric guitar, it's going to be a lot easier for you to move on and learn these things, because it's not so hard to press down on the strings. So I'm just going to give you kind of a way to think about moving up and down the fretboard here, which just is how I learned. If you start off learning these open chords, and all guitar players know these open chords, it gives you a better understanding of what to do in terms of thinking in your mind how to move up here. So I'm going to refer to this on open E. I'm going to refer to that as an E formation, or an E form bar chord. This has nothing to do with theory or anything like that. It's just a way to think about it in your head. So this is the first bar chord most people learn. And by bar, I mean that this nut here is replaced with your finger. And the advantage of that is that you can move up and down the fretboard. So, like I said, the one that most people will learn first is the E form. And by that, I mean this is replacing this, and these three fingers play what would be an E, open E down here. So if we put this here, turns this E to a G, right? And then if we put our fingers in all those positions, if you haven't used your pinky finger much, like on that couple of those chords, I think the D was the only one I taught you. I'm going through a change, becoming a man. I might have to start shaving here. Might hurt your pinky finger a little bit, but again, don't be a pussy. Just get through it. Check this out. See if you can do that. See if you are strong enough to do that. If not, you might need to get some depussifying hand exercises. You maybe get one of those things that you see stockbrokers use in movies in the 80s, like squeezing hand. Maybe try and masturbate with your left hand. If you're like me, you could use the two-handed technique, so you get a little bit more going on here. Open up the mustard jar. Do people buy jars of mustard? I guess Dijon mustard's in a jar. At any rate, get your hands stronger. So the formation we're going to use is going to look just like the E, open E, except it's going to be moved up here a little bit. Ring finger, 2nd string, 5th fret, etc. down the line. Again, just like this E, except we're using our pinky, our ring, and then the middle finger goes where your index finger used to go. So this is the first bar chord most people learn. And play it down. See if you can make every note ring without sounding like absolute poop nuggets. Might take a while. But don't bother trying to figure out how to play your favorite Rush song until... Do people do that these days? What would people learn these days? I don't know. Your favorite Korn song? Your favorite Creed song? I don't even know what people listen to. I have no idea. Alice in Chains? Do people still listen to Alice in Chains? Pearl Jam? When I started playing guitar, that's what people listen to. Pearl Jam. Sheets of empty canvas. So this is a movable chord, so we're going to be able to move it up and down. And remember, it's in the form of an E. So. You might hear I'm not actually playing all the strings on that. So that's basically every crappy punk, horrible, garbage 80s guy that didn't know how to play the guitar song ever made. You could really just play, I mean, you could just learn this. Wanted to be a horrible guitar player, you could just stop there. Call it a day. So we're going to go ahead and mix in the other forms that I was telling you about on the open strings. So E, let's go ahead and remove that finger, and then it becomes minor. And this is actually a G in G minor because we moved up, but it's in, it's in G form. So this is a G. And if you just follow your low string down here, and do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, up to E again. So we have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. And the minor version of that would be and if you want to play crappy music, you might want to get an idea how to mute with this part of your hand early on, because that's a real key to playing bad music. So right here. When you get the distortion pedal, you want to start off, without rocking out entirely. You just kind of, so you mute, meaning you kind of have this, just not all the way here, but just barely covering up some part of the strings back here, so you get this sound. So you get that distortion going. It's not going on, but then when it kicks into the next part of the song, then you can really rock out, and then you go back into the slow part. My dad used to beat me, my mom used to kiss me, my dog used to bite me, my sister used to love me, but people listen to these days. I have no idea. I don't pay attention. Real quick, before I end this lesson, I'm going to show you, this is one I definitely recommend learning. Most people don't learn how to bar a G and a C chord up and down the frets. I mean, to me, they're two of the best sounding chords ever. So, you get the G and your C chord, right? You know that by now? Or if you play it Van Halen style. This is what the G and C looks like using your pinky as the lowest note here. I don't know, I just think they're really pretty for bar chords. They sound a lot better than, there's just something about that, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. So to me, don't do this with your elbow. Do as I say, not as I do. And then you might notice that right away that this G works very well moving into this chord. As we showed earlier, I don't think I mentioned this, but these A's I showed you earlier. Obviously, there's the bar version of them. And then a real quick theory that I'll get into here. 1, 4, 5. So if you sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, most pop music is 1, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. Just as far as the chord changes. A chord change being play barred A, by the way. You might want to play it. I broke this finger so many times, I really can't bend it, it's too straight. I just use my pinky. And it covers all 3 of these strings. You know, I was telling you down here I have a hard time playing. It's a little bit easier to play on a bar chord. And I just mute that string, I just don't play that. Alright, so 1, 4, 5. This is the 1. This is an A, using the E form of a bar chord on A. This is a D, using the A form, bar chord. This being, let me know, and then you move this up here. So this should be able to let you play pretty much anything ever, 59% of anything ever written. Oh baby, we gotta go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lua, oh baby, we gotta go. 1, 4, 5.